Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a story time on April 25th, 2018. I think you guys already know what this date is. If you live in Maine, you definitely do. But I want to be able to tell it from my side of what happened, why it has affected me so much, how it's affected me. And I hope you guys just hear me out. And like this video. If you do, make sure to hit the like button, comment what you want to see next, subscribe to my channel, hit the little bell icon next to it when you subscribe, and it'll tell you every time I post. I post every Saturday or Sunday. I've been super busy with work, so this week it'll be Sunday. I didn't post last week, which I feel super bad about, but yeah, let's get into the video. So I want to start off by saying that I wasn't affected by it because of Corporal Cole's death. Okay, let's just start off here. So on April 25th, 2018, we lost an officer in our community in Norwalk. He was a corporal, so it was Corporal Cole Eugene. He was very well known. It affected me in a different way, though. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. My mom came screaming. I wasn't at my mom's house that night. I was at my friend's house, where I actually am filming this right now. I was at my friend's house and we were sleeping, and my mom came screaming, I guess around like 1:30, I don't know. I didn't wake up till like 2:30. Well, she came like knocking on the door frantically. She came in. Well, I ended up going out when she was telling what happened, and someone had called and said that one of my stepdad's ex-friends, they're not friends anymore, they haven't been for a while, I don't want anyone getting that twisted, saying that he had shot and killed Corporal Eugene Cole. Well, we all knew Eugene personally, so we didn't want to believe it at first. We were kind of like, no, there's no way, you know. And my stepdad's friend had called him and said, you need to get out of your house. John Williams, the guy who committed this act, John Williams is on his way to come and rob everyone he knows on the street, which is where we live. So we're all in this house together, freaking out, trying to figure out what's happening. You know, it's a really scary situation because we knew he was on the loose. We knew Cumbies had been robbed in Norwalk. We knew that he was probably on this road. So a couple hours go by and Ricky's actually still on the phone with 911. He called as soon as he heard. He's still on the phone with 911. He ends up hanging up because they have all the information they need. It ends up going on this like worldwide like manhunt for not only John Williams but Corporal Cole, because he was still missing. John Williams was in his cruiser when he robbed Cumbies. So pretty much the robbery happened, and then it's almost like literally it took 2 hours for him to turn like our whole world like upside down. So Ricky got back. We heard a really loud bang outside. We didn't know what it was. Ricky got back on the phone with the dispatcher. She's like, well, we're gonna send someone up to check it out. They came up, they checked it out, and nothing was there. So like, okay, you know, that's fine. They were still trying. They asked Ricky, you know him, where would he go? Where would, you used to know him. Do you know any place at all where he would go, where he would bring the truck? Well, my mom is literally sitting on the floor and she's like, tell them to check our house, tell them to check our house, my house. And he's like, no, it's not there, blah, blah, blah. This is around like 4. So at 5:08 a.m., they found Corporal Cole's cruiser in our yard. This is where it kind of gets difficult to explain, because I can't explain exactly how that affected me. That will come later on in the video. Let me just finish the story first of this day. Like, this is a crazy day for me and my family. You know, it was all just hectic and chaotic. So they found the cruiser at my house. It was parked out back of our house. He had actually hit 2 cars trying to get it there. So there's no sign of forced entry to our house, I guess you could say. So there's that. So we're still here, and then we hear another loud bang. Ricky gets back on the phone with the cops. He's like, you know, there's something out here. We can hear it banging around outside. They're like, okay, we'll send SWAT up. So SWAT team comes up in their trucks, and over a loudspeaker, all you hear is, come out with your hands up. That was personally scary for me, and I'm sure everyone else here, because it's not every day that you hear that at 6 a.m. You know what I mean? So we end up, and then all you hear is everyone in the house, get to the back bedroom, get down on the floor. Do not move. So we all got into the back bedroom, and we got down on the floor, whatever. And then we got onto the floor, and we pretty much just got on the floor. We stayed there for a little bit. Ricky was still on the phone with 911. They're like, stay away from all windows, all doors, just stay away from them all. Of course, my stepdad, Ricky, he's pacing back and forth in front of a window. But it kind of got real at this point. It was almost like I was living a nightmare. It was almost like a real world nightmare. And so it was hard. It was like a literal nightmare, a living nightmare. And I'm not trying to take pity for it, but I really want to get my side of the story on how it has affected me and how certain things I can't do now because I'm so scared about it. Like, yes, Corporal Cole wasn't my family, and I understand that, and I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of backlash on this, but it's the truth, and I want my side to be heard. So we're sitting there, and then he's still on the phone with 911, and he comes to the room. He's like, SWAT's gonna evacuate us. So here we are getting evacuated by SWAT. Okay, so we had groups of people who were gonna go in the same car. There was 10 of us in this house. So we have groups of people who were gonna go in the car. So I had 4 people, and my mom had I probably had 5 people, and my mom had 5 people. I think we split up like that. And there's literally when we first go out, we had to stay down in a huddle together with SWAT around us. We did one group at a time. We had to all be in a huddle together, and then they ran us to our car, and we got in and drove off. So as we're driving, we obviously have to be super careful about our surroundings and stuff, because we still don't know where he is. We don't know where he went. We know he's not at our house anymore. He could possibly be at the house that we just left. We don't know. So when we get to the end of the road, there are literal AR-15s pointed at us in all directions. So I had little kids in my car, so of course this was super scary. It's 6 a.m. You know, we'd been up since 2. It all happened within that quick. I want you guys to understand that this wasn't something that happened in 12 hours. This was a matter of 4 hours. All of this went on. And so they had to check our car and our truck to make sure we weren't escorting them out, which is totally understandable. I understood that so good. So we went there, and he's like, okay, well, can you pop your trunk? And I gave him my keys, and I was like, it doesn't work. You're gonna have to unlock it. He's like, okay. So I gave him the key so he unlocked it, checked it, whatever. As they're checking it, I swear to God, there are literally 3 guys at the back of my car. There's 2 guys in the front with AR-15s, 3 guys in the back with AR-15s pointing at the trunk when they open it. They're like, okay, you're clear. Give me my keys back. I start my car back up. We go to the fire station. So we had school that day. Well, our parents had to call the school and say, well, we're not going. We had to be questioned by, I did. All the kids who were under 18 didn't have to be questioned. I was questioned by an FBI agent. And she just asked me, do you know John Williams? Do you know why he would do this? Why he'd park it at your house? This had a whole different, personal meaning to me and my family, because the truck was found at our house. So we had to answer so many questions, and I was questioned by a police officer. I was questioned by FBI. When we finally went home that day just to grab clothes because he was still on the loose, there was crime scene investigation there. There was police everywhere. I mean, for the next 4 days, this was a manhunt that went on for 4 days. People think that we took it lightly. This wasn't something that we took lightly. You know, it happened for 4 days. And I remember being outside on the 4th day. I was outside here. My mom was literally next door, and she came out into the street yelling, "They found him. They got him." It was on Facebook in the matter of 2 minutes. I want everyone to realize how big of a deal this was for our community, because it was in 2 minutes. And it was all over Facebook. I mean, every single post was about him. And it was almost like you could breathe again. So how has this... I know a lot of you are asking, well, why did it affect you so much? This has affected me because it was found at my house. I still don't feel safe on this road. I don't feel safe at my house. He took the only place that you're supposed to feel safe away from me. I am now in therapy. I have PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Because of this, it's so hard for me to talk about this, because this is something that I need to talk about, but because it's never going to go away. And the trials are coming up, which makes it harder. Everything, I don't want anyone to think that I'm disrespectful towards Corporal Cole, but everything that they've done has just been super hard on me, because they don't care about how it affected other people. You know, and I want people to understand, like, it affected a lot more people than what people think. But I just want to share my side of the story, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's kind of what happened on my day, and I do call it the worst day of my life because it made me develop, you know, feeling unsafe and stuff, and it has really changed my life. I'm hoping one day, you know, with therapy, I can get answers that I want. I can learn how to cope with certain things. Like, I'll be able to stay at my house again. I can't stay there. I don't like it there. I will be able to go to the convenience store without thinking it's going to get robbed every night. I'll be able to be around guns, loud noises again. You know, I'll be able to go on my road without looking and seeing all these cops. Like, I don't think I really elaborate on this. Everywhere you went, there were cops. I mean, like, literally everywhere. In the woods, on the side of the road, at people's houses. Like, this was a 4-day manhunt, and it finally ended. But those 4 days were literal living hell. Me and my parents couldn't go back to our house at all, because they were scared that he might come back to finish what he was supposedly supposed to do. We heard from other people that he was supposed to go there and kill our family. And I think that's why I also have a really hard time with it, because, you know, like, there's still people on the outside who helped him, and I'm not going to hold back on this video. There's still people out there who helped him, and I am super mad about that, because they could be out there to finish his job. You never know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week.